Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Eternal Flames. My name's Blaze, and today I'm here to actually talk with you guys about a couple of important things. Now, first off, I've been streaming every Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Depending on where you are in the world, well, this may change a couple things here and there. Now, as it stands, the reason why I'm asking you guys a question is because I generally do things through Twitch when it comes to streaming. The reason being is they tend to hit me less for copyright, even though in a lot of cases some of this shouldn't be hit for copyright, if that makes any sense. However, there are certain game companies out there such as Warner Brothers, Nintendo, though Nintendo's gotten better about it, let's be honest here, as well as several others that tend to have a certain bias against people making videos of their games. The idea is we are using their intellectual property, therefore they deserve either a cut or all of the revenue because that is their property. And while they are not completely wrong, due to the idea of it being a creative project through means in which the creator, such as myself, or Hulk Smash, or Average Joe, the idea is that no matter what, we are creating content that wasn't originally there. Whether or not that gameplay was originally meant to be seen that way or meant to be seen another way is up for debate, and therefore the content can be considered ours. But all that aside, Twitch gives us a lot more freedom, whereas YouTube, if there is even a hint of copyright, to cover their own tail, which is respectable, they have set up precautions so that they don't have to worry about legal matters. You just simply get flagged, which can be detrimental to a channel. So the question is this: do I just deal with the copyright with YouTube and basically suck it up, sunshine, and go ahead and just do stuff and try to avoid stuff that'll get me in trouble? Or do I stick with Twitch and find a better way to basically show people, hey, I'm streaming this game, you might want to come watch, which we normally do through our Twitter and Facebook. By the way, feel free to check those out down below. So give us a comment down below. This is actually kind of important to me and I really need the feedback. Aside from that, I guess this is where we're going to get to cutting in. Cutting in. Let's talk about a couple other things that are going on the channel. First off, a couple of series are going to start to resurface, such as Subnautica, Salt, and even Fallout 4, because Fallout 4, between a lot of patches, as well as some new downloadable content, including the new Nuka World, which comes out next week, basically a week after this video, will be making, a risal, and I feel like the game is better than it was when we first picked it up. Whether or not people watch or not, that's completely up to you guys. So let me know what you guys think about those ones resurfacing. Along with that, The Forest will be appearing in 2 weeks. Now, The Forest is going to be done with me and a friend of mine named Rika, who is a lovely, lovely lady, but tends to enjoy horror. And this is a perfect game for her. It's also a perfect game for me because I apparently get freaked out pretty easily. Thankfully, I do a bit better with groups, so I'm less likely to have chest problems because my heart is not a good thing to show on a YouTube channel unless you're faking it. And I, most of the time, don't fake it. I actually have legitimate chest problems. Thankfully, not my heart, but it is my lungs. So, still kind of a vital organ. Yeah, you need those, I think. Most people use them to breathe. Here there's something called an iron lung. Maybe we can use one of those if something goes wrong. Anyways, that aside, I've also got some Dead by Daylight footage, which I highly recommend you guys play. Dead by Daylight is an extremely fun multiplayer game. Whether you're playing alone or with friends, it was a blast to have fun with, and I really recommend you check it out if you haven't already. If you have and you don't like it, well, that's your choice. But if you haven't tried it, or if you haven't seen video footage of it, go watch either CNanners or the Let's Play crew from Achievement Hunter, or any number of other people, and there's a lot of fun footage, and it's a great game for those who like to be spooked but still like to play with others. Aside from that, the other new game that might be popping up is No Man's Sky. Now, I'm having trouble making the series that I wanted to make with this game because I expected something completely different than what was brought out. The game, overall, I feel is not worth the $60 price tag. It might be worth $35 at most. But right now, the game is overpriced for the amount of content that it provides, By amount of content, I don't mean the vast universe that you get to travel around in. No, I am talking about the fact that I went to 5 or 6 different systems and a lot of the creatures looked the same. And the few creatures that did look different looked almost generic. It lacked exactly what the trailer showed, which was this epic, grandiose game where you could do spaceship fights, you fight against robotic beings called sentinels, you meet up with alien species and do great things. At the same time, you also have like something of a lonely journey where you end up on planets that have never been discovered before, which the space battles, you can't even participate until you get a good ship, which the first good ship you get costs like $1 million, and that takes a lot of grinding. And when I say a lot, I mean hours and hours of grinding. The planets are lackluster, though beautiful. Credit where credit's due. It seems like they put maybe a dozen, maybe a dozen and a half species per planet, which no matter how you look at it, our planet has hundreds of thousands, millions of different species. For a planet-sized, planet, it was lackluster. The fighting was lackluster. The encounters I encountered after 9 hours of gameplay were repetitive and lackluster. Is the game still fun? Yes. Can I say that people would enjoy it? Yes. Do I still want to make a series on it? Kind of. Sort of. I'll figure it out. At the same time, though, I do want to recommend this game for people who enjoy exploration. It's still a fun game, but it could be so much better, and I feel like the developer overall let us down, as well as there were massive problems on launch, and they tried to say, oh, well, it was only this percentage of people, and it's like, millions of people bought your game. It doesn't matter what the percentage of people is. This is a detrimental problem, and a lot of people should be asking for refunds because it's a game that runs pretty bad on PC and runs sort of bad on console, and you only delivered on half the content that was expected of you. Granted, hype was a big factor in there, but even excluding the hype, this game was still subpar from what was expected below the hype. Purchase it only if you watch some gameplay footage, a stream, or something else, and you have a grand idea of what the game implies. Do not purchase this game beforehand. You will find yourself either disappointed, slightly agitated, or maybe you'll enjoy it, but the price tag is still a bit high for what I feel it should have. So now that I've said all this, I hope you guys really enjoy. I hope you guys take care, stay safe, stay well. By the way, this is my sword. There aren't many like it, or at least I don't think there are. But this is why I'm the Dark Hero. Now I gotta go get to a job interview, and maybe I should leave this home out. Maybe I should take it with me. What do you guys think? Other than that, take care, stay safe, stay well, and I will see you guys all next time here on the Eternal Flames. And just remember, all it takes to be an Eternal Flame is to attempt to achieve the impossible. And you know, a little metalworking never hurt anybody either. Giving the impossible gets a lot easier when you have the right tools. Later, everybody. Bye.